morning out there, Keto family. On this rainy day at 53 degrees in East Tennessee. Not the sunny state of Tennessee today. It's supposed to thunderstorm today, but I don't think it's supposed to hang around very long. According to my husband, he keeps up with the radar. This storm cell rain isn't supposed to last that long. Had somebody ask me yesterday about how to do Instacart. She actually signed up under my my code and my referral code, which I believe, I'm going to double check, but I believe it is in the links below if you're interested in doing that. It is frustrating at times. It is not easy work. It is hard. I get really tired. I'm working, according to the app, I'm working about 30 hours a week. So, and I'm making anywhere, the most I've made is about $548 in a week. If I choose to go further in the day than after, than stopping at 4 o'clock, which is what I usually do, then I could make a couple $100, a week more than that, if not more, if not even more. The first screenshot that you're going to see that I'm going to pop up here is the app. When you open it up and it shows you how many batches are available, it tells you, right now it's telling you information about Costco because they're allowing Instacart shoppers to go in and shop between 6:30 and the time that they open, I think it's between 6:30 and 9:30, depending on what time they open for the general public. You have to go around to the receiving door and back, and also if there's a line out front, you're able to go around to the receiving door and back in order to shop for Costco, shop by Costco for Instacart customers. So, that is the first screenshot you're going to see. The second one is going to show you what happens when you click on batches available. And it shows you what batches are available in what areas, what stores, how many items, what they're going to pay you for that item, which is how much it costs plus tip. The least amount that they pay you is $7. So there was two $7 batches show up this morning. One of them, it was $8.50, which was a $7 Instacart payment and a $1.50 tip. Yeah, I figured that one out. And had another one pop up a little bit later, and I missed getting it. It was $37, and it was a $7 payment plus a $30 tip. So it all depends. The next screenshot. See, I can't screen record on my phone, so I'm showing you. I'm doing the screenshots as I go along. The next screenshot is I have accepted an order. It is at the closest grocery store to me. So I have accepted that order, and I'm not going to have to blur out the name because it says guest. So apparently that person is a first time. This is a first time ordering. I know exactly where they live because I used to live right next door to that. And it's a fairly quick and easy shop. I think I've got like 15 items in there. So, and it's only like 2 miles away. So I love those shops that are close to the house, and sometimes if their delivery is a little bit further out, then I will grab a shop that's closer to that. It just depends. I'll do some screenshots when I'm in the store showing you how what it looks like when you open up the app and after you clicked on start shop. You actually slide that bar over to slide shop. So as for the rest of it, I'm enjoying my coffee this morning. I have some Folgers coffee with my usual stuff in it. This is Preferred Elements collagen powder today. My magnesium, I've now added D3 drops in there, and some iodine drops, as well as some Milkadamia creamer, and what's the other stuff? Oh, butter. Yeah, I put some butter in it. So I have my lunch here, which is some of that rotisserie chicken that I bought at Sam's yesterday, because I didn't get any rotisserie chicken. I see somebody responded to my post yesterday saying they live for rotisserie chicken at Costco. Costco didn't have any. I saw one girl had like 4 of them in her buggy. Like, really? So she had 4 of them in her buggy, and they were all gone when I went through there. So when I went to Sam's, they had a bunch, so I grabbed one of those. And it is delicious. I did have a little bit of it last night. So I've got I pulled it apart and I made lunches for me for today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And then the rest of it is in the refrigerator, and I'll pull the rest of it apart when I do a meal prep and cut it up and probably make some, chicken for a salad or some chicken salad or something like that for it. So, anyway, I'm here at Kroger's, so I'm going to go and do this shop, and I will check back with you guys later. Sorry, the Instacart message popped up. She just messaged me that she wants me to leave it on the chairs on her porch. Perfectly fine. Nowadays, that's for the most part what you're going to get. It's very, very rare that you're going to find someone who's going to meet you at the door and you can hand the groceries to them. So what I do is I go to the next one. It shows you that once you have ordered, you've gone to checkout, you click on review items. Sorry, I'll try to get another picture of that with another shop later. You click on review items, and it will let you know whether or not they want to be contacted about any changes you've made or substitutions. Now, when I first go in, I send them a message that says, hey, I'm Sherry, I'm your Instacart shopper for today. I've got a custom greeting that I put in there that I'll just go ahead and click custom greeting, and it says, I'm Sherry, I'm your shopper for the day. Due to COVID-19, sorry, I said the C word, there are many items that may be limited or out of stock. I will try to substitute the best I can, as close to I can as what you ordered. Please keep an eye on the app for any notifications of replacements and let me know if anything is not acceptable. So I send them that as soon as I walk in the door, and then I'm good to go. And I just go on and I do my shop. If I have any substitutions, the app is supposed to notify them. Now, I've had some customers tell me they didn't get notified, but most of them tell me, or they'll message me back, no, that's not good, or something like that. So, anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, once you've done that, and when I've got about 1 or 2 items left, I'll text them and say, hey, is there anything else you need? Please check out for the replacements. Is there anything else you needed? And like, for example, this one wanted eggs added on. So there's an add item button on there where you can add an item on. And I did that one, got her some eggs and added those on. So, let's see, where's 922? Yeah, right there next door to... 2 doors down from where I used to live. I love it. It's so cool. So cool. Anyway, I'm here. I'm going to deliver these groceries, and I will check back with you guys in a little bit. Okay, guys. For those of you who are interested and want to know more information, this is what you get when you sign up for Instacart. You don't get this, but you get this little card on here, and this is attached to that little card. I got this because I can carry the little debit card that they give me to use in the store. This is a cheaply made thing, and I'm often having to tighten this thing up because it wants to drop this. So that's what you'll get. Of course, you'll have the app, and you need a really good phone and battery in order to do this. So I'm on my way to deliver to my 5th shop today. I just did one earlier that had 4 items. 4 items, but one of the items you had to get 4 of, so there was a total of 7. So, but that was like a really quick in and out, no substitutions. And when I dropped them off to her, I told her, thank you for letting me have a batch that I didn't have to substitute anything in. She thought that was funny. But, I'll tell you what, it's been hard finding batches today. Although granted, this is my 5th one, and I usually do 6 or 7 a day, but it's been, batches would pop up and they would disappear literally as soon as they popped up, or as soon as I'd look at one, and I always try to look at them. People were snatching them left and right today. I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, when I look at a batch, these are the things I try to look for. I look for the store, of course, the customer, how many miles between the store and customer. It'll usually tell you how many miles, whether it's 2 miles, 2.3 miles, 10 miles, however long. And there are some that I've done 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 miles usually taking those by mistake because I didn't pay enough attention to the miles. I also look for how many different items, and it gives you a different items plus a total of all the items added up. So if you've got someone who wants 2 of these and 4 of those and 6 of those and 7 bananas and 2 cans of cream and mushroom soup and stuff like that, then you're going to have it's going to be like one number slash the higher number. So that's what you want to look for. You want to look for, and then when you look at the batch, usually you can, if you can look at it before somebody snatches it, you can see the items that they're ordering. So you can tell, especially if you know the store that you're going to be shopping at very well, and I know most of the Kroger's around here, I generally have a good idea what they have in stock. Like, for example, 2 shops ago, lady ordered Mountain Dew Zero. Well, I know there is no Mountain Dew Zero to be found anywhere in the city. There's none. Kroger's doesn't have any. Food City doesn't have any. Walmart doesn't have any. And I talked to the guy at the store, and I asked him, I said, are they ever going to stock that? And he said, it's from the manufacturer. So it's from Pepsi, the Pepsi company. Either they're having a production problem or they're having a stocking problem. But it has not been in stock, period, anywhere. Now, I did see an individual drink in the cooler at Kroger's, but I can't exactly get a 6-pack in those individual drinks out of the coolers. They don't sell them that way. And she wanted 4 6-packs, so I had to refund all of her items. Zip Fizz, orange cream, my favorite. Gotta order some more of that because I've got 1 left. Okay, you also want to look at how much it pays, and you want to look at how much the Instacart is going to pay you, is going to cost, plus how much the tip is. Now, sometimes there'll be no tip. Sometimes I will take those, sometimes I will not. Sometimes those no tips, it just depends on how badly I need the money and how badly I need to work. And right now we need the money pretty badly, so a lot of times I'll take those. But sometimes, not all the time, sometimes they will tip on the end. They'll give you a cash tip at the end, and sometimes they'll give you a tip on the app plus a cash tip at the end, just because they appreciate everything you're doing. But the last one I took that was in a tip didn't tip me at all. And they didn't go back into the app and add on a tip. So that was, I guess they figured that Instacart was paying us very well. And
in a quarter mile, turn right onto Tennessee 9 West.
Generally, once I take one of those, if they don't tip at all, I don't take those again. If I know who they are, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. There's no tip on that. Oh yeah, I remember I had them before. They don't tip on the other end either. So, but I had one I know who doesn't live far from me, who
take the next right onto Tennessee 9 West.
She does not tip on the app, but she gives you a $20 cash tip when you deliver it to her. So, and then on top of that, she's a sweetheart. So that's what you want to look for when you're looking at a batch, on whether or not to take a batch. Now, honestly, if you're just starting out, I would take all the smaller batches that you could get your hands on. Don't worry about the cost. That gets you acclimated to the stores. That gets you acclimated to Instacart, how the app works. And, that's pretty much the way it is. I would take all the smaller batches. I wouldn't take one that's more than maybe 30 items, 30, 40 items. Because it ends up being, especially if you don't know the store layout really well, then you end up spending forever in there trying to hunt down.
Continue on Tennessee 9 West for half a mile.
But that's pretty much it with that. So I'm going to go deliver this, and I already had my lunch. I had some of that chicken and some of the rotisserie chicken that I had out. I took a chicken leg and a wing, and I had that for my lunch, and I had 7 of the little bitty cheese cubes. And I'm excited because I had some Happy Meal today. I'll show you that tomorrow. But Chalk Zero peanut butter cups. I'm excited to try this. And I grabbed a meat stick for a snack. So, alright, I'll check back with you guys later. Okay, out there, Keto family, that is it. I'm done with my Instacart shop for today. I just dropped off that last one, and then I went to Walmart to pick up some snacks for the hubs. He likes his Cliff Bars, and the cheapest place to get those is at Walmart. So I picked that up, and I picked me up a really cute pair of shorts and a shirt that was clearance down. Yes, I sanitized. So I am on my way home. That's it. You guys can do as many or as few batches a day as you want to do. You can work a 6-hour day, an 8-hour day, a 12-hour day, however you want to do it. Depending on the area you're in, though, you may want to be quick about getting batches, because if your area is saturated, and you may have issues with getting batches. I am also signed up with DoorDash and Shipped. I haven't done Shipped because that's a whole issue in itself. They pay less than Instacart, but I may end up having to do them a few times just to keep the money coming in. But as long as I make my goal, and I've got 3 more days to make my goal. If I can make a minimum, my goal is 400 with a minimum of 200. If I can make at least 200, then I know I'm doing pretty good. With Instacart, something you don't have with Shipped is that if you need the money beforehand, Instacart will allow you to pull out up to a certain amount. They'll let you pull out. Now they'll charge you 50 cents for that transaction, and you have to have a bank account to attach it to. But they'll let you pull out the Instacart payment. Any tips, they will not let you pull out. Those you'll get paid on the following Wednesday. Your week ends on Sunday. It runs from Monday through Sunday. And Monday morning, they send you transfer the your batch payments to your payments to your bank account on Mondays, and it generally shows up on Wednesday. Some people get theirs a day or two earlier. It just depends on your bank. If your bank shows it pending, sometimes they'll release the funds early. Mine, it shows up on Wednesday. Let's see, anything else I can think of? That's about it. I know that it helps a lot of people out, especially the elderly. Even before this whole big seed thing happened, I was shopping for a lot of elderly people who just can't get out. There were a few people who work from home, when you work from home, you generally end up working a lot more than you would if you were working in an office. And I know there was one lady that I was shopping for that works from her home, and I would just bring stuff into her garage, and she would come out and bring them in the house. So every once in a while, some of the negatives, every once in a while you'll get somebody what you call tip baiting. I've never had that happen to me. I've never had somebody take away a tip. But it's called tip baiting, and it's a super high tip, and then they go in after you've delivered. They've got up to 3 days to modify the tip amount, and sometimes they'll lower it down to next to nothing or even 0. I've seen some people who've had theirs completely zeroed out, which is why I never count on the tips. I want to I look at the Instacart batch payment, and it has to be enough to make it worth it. There was a batch showed up from Costco this morning. Now, Costco is about 10-12 miles away from me. So I only go to Costco when I'm going to be out in that area. Unless I make a special trip out there, which is what I did yesterday. Because I went to Costco and then I went to Sam's. And the batch payment was $13, which was a $7 batch payment plus your like $6 tip. That was not worth me getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to drive all the way across town, that 10-12 miles across town, to go shop and have to wait in line, and you go around to the receiving door because you're shopping before hours, and then you have to wait on them. You have to get the vest. You have to be escorted around. So you have to wait for somebody to be available to escort you around. So that 6 o'clock, I mean, I may have gotten there by 7 a.m., but it may have taken me until 8:30, 9 o'clock for me to have gotten those 8 items and gotten out of there, versus me going in during normal hours $6, and it would take me 15-20 minutes. Now I would have had to wait in line probably longer, and I don't have to wait in line when you're doing the early morning shop, so it's a give or take. But it's still, even that, when I went to Costco yesterday, I had to wait in line, yes, but I got in and out very quickly. I did not have to wait very long in line at all at the register. And I did go to self-checkout. So, let's see what else. You just have to look at and decide whether or not it's worth it. I try to stick close to the area that I live in. There are times when I will go out to a certain area if the payment is enough, and then I'll stick around in that area and try to do all my shops in that area, and then try to take shops that are going to take me closer and closer towards home. But I did 6 shops today. I generally do, an average day is about 6 shops. An average full day is about 6 shops. It's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm quitting for the day because my feet hurt. My right foot is kind of cramping up a little bit. But then again, I did go into Walmart and walk around a little bit in there to shop for us. So, but the quickest time was probably that 4 item batch that I took earlier today. I was in and out in 15 minutes, if that. So I'm heading home. I'm going to put my feet up for a while and get on my computer, play around, and then I'm going to start dinner, which we're having kielbasa sausage with peppers and onions. I will not be having the peppers and onions because apparently they're like shades, and a lot of people can't have them. I don't know. I don't know if I can have them or not because I really haven't tested myself. I really should be testing myself with a lot of these foods. But that's all I have, and that is how you do Instacart. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. Just put it in the comments and I'll answer them. If you decide you might want to try it, give it a try. Check out my link below and check out my referral code. There should be a link below that you should be able to click on and go over there, and it'll automatically put in my referral code. Okay, I'm going to close this out because I'm going to go in and chill out and rest, and I will see you guys in the next video. Toodles.